A new high-performance field reversed configuration operating resume in the C2 device. Number 2. Frc Rotational Stability. The C2 FRCs are grossly stable, presumably because of kinetic effects. These FRCs have S to 1. S is the ratio of the FRC minor radius to the average internal ion gyro radius. S to 8. S is the ratio of the FRC separatrix radius to the average collisionless ion skin depth, and separatrix elongation E to 4 with S per E to 2. The C2 FRCs remain well inside the kinetically tilted stable FRC parameter space. All FRCs develop an azimuthal rotation in the ion diamagnetic direction. The FRC spin up is clearly observed in the C2 device with various magnetic probe and barometer arrays. The origin of the rotation remains to be clarified, but end shooting to the radial electric field on open field lines and particle loss from inside the FRC separatrix are leading explanations. The FRC azimuthal ion rotation consists of electric and diamagnetic components, as can be seen from the equilibrium ion momentum equation. In the FRC monoplane, to lowest order the electric field and the ion pressure gradient are radial. The magnetic field is axial and the ion velocity, the azimuthal. The radial electric field can be obtained from the radial component of EQ, where alpha equal omega pi omega is a normalized ion rotation parameter. Omega equal V per R is the ion angular rotation frequency, and omega equal dP per dr per ENRV is the ion diamagnetic frequency. Both V and omega are chosen to be positive quantities. Rotation is positive in the ion diamagnetic direction alpha bigger than 0. 1 observed from EQ. 2. That E is positive outward for alpha bigger than 1 and negative inward for alpha smaller than 1. Rotational instabilities develop soon after the FRC starts to rotate the N1. Wobble grow for small alpha values. Miano probes liberal wobble motion for C2FRCs with alpha to 0.1 consistent with similar past measurements in the FRXC per LSM device, and N equal to elliptical mode develops for alpha bigger than 1 to 1.5 without stabilization. The N equal mode grows quickly to large amplitude and is destructive with a dielectric fast wall in theta pinch. The N equal to mode is clearly observed for C2FRCs at t bigger than 0.2 milliseconds with multi-chode side-on interferometry, and barometer arrays. It saturates at large amplitude in the C2 confinement vessel, presumably because of wall stabilization. The significant elliptical plasma deformations, some that compromise the FRC plasma confinement recent data and calculations to be published elsewhere suggest that the elliptical deformations can also affect significantly the NB fast ion confinement. The N equal to mode can be stabilized with external multiple magnetic fields, a technique used in most FRC experiments following PIACE result. Quadrupole magnetic fields are used in the C2 device to permit side-on NB access. Typical C2 operation includes 15 kA in each quadrupole, but this current produces a vacuum magnetic field of about 90 Gauss at R equals 0.4 meter, which is enough to stabilize the N equal to mode through most of the FRC lifetime. As the separatrix shrinks radially, this difference quadrupole current is abbreviated as Q equals 1 later in this paper. Quadrupole stabilization is effective in preventing the FRC elliptical deformation, but it has some negative aspects. The combined minor and quadrupole magnetic fields fan in and out the edge layer field lines and compromise communication to the end of the C2 device. Lower FRC temperatures are observed in the C2 device for Q equal 1. The appeared quadrupoles break azimuthal symmetry, canonical angular momentum, which can deteriorate mirror plasma confinement. The quadrupoles can also cause rapid stochastic diffusion of the NB first ion orbit to the wall. Similar first ion losses can occur for FRCs sustained with rotating dipole magnetic fields. Frc rotational stability is therefore a serious concern for C2 experimental plans. Without quadrupoles, the FRC is no axisymmetric as its cross-section deform into an ellipse with quadrupoles. The applied magnetic field is not axisymmetric. NB first ion confinement deteriorates in both cases. Hence, a new axisymmetric technique to control FRC rotational instabilities is highly desirable. Equation 2 suggests that one could obtain alpha smaller than 1 by imposing an inward radial electric field ER smaller than 0. Near the separatrix, the n equal 2 mode growth may be suppressed since it occurs for alpha bigger than 1. Various experimental techniques have been tried on the C2 device to control the radial electric field in the FRC edge layer, with various degree of success. We focus here on the end plasma gun data because it proves so far to be the most successful technique for ER control. Thank you.